Players, I can appear on camera again. I got my green screen back. Baby, y'all go ahead and grab your tea and have a seat, honey, because we got to talk about Frumpy Dump's hush money trial today. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Now, you know you have a Cracker Jackbox legal team when the first question that your Cracker Jackbox attorney has for one of the top witnesses in this case is about a damn tweet. Y'all, grab that tea. Let's talk about this. Now, y'all know I'm going to give you everything I got for a pork chop in one video, honey. Ain't no use in making 5 or 6 videos about one subject. So we're going to start at the top of the morning when Frumpy Dump arrived at the court. As you can see, honey, he had his loose leaf paper in his hand, and he was decreeing and declaring that these are legal experts that say that this should be thrown out. Basically, they are people that he like and likely come from 4 News, OAN, and Newsmax. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Now, as we know, yesterday, J.D. Vance, Tommy Tuberville, and Eric Frump were in attendance to support Frumpy Dump. But today, we had some new MAGA mics, honey. We had MAGA Mike Johnson, Vivek Warmzarami, and Byron Donald. They actually held some press conferences outside of the courthouse where Vivek Warmzarami accidentally said that this thing needs to be over for this sham politician. And Byron Donald said that this was a sham. And also, MAGA Mike Johnson decreed and declared that Frumpy Dump does not handle his finances. So therefore, he shouldn't be held accountable. Now, 2 of the lead MAGA mice, Musty to the Mustpie Marjorie and Mike Lindell, the Permanent L, went on with Steve, don't wash his ass unless Frumpy Dump tells him to, Bannon, to decree and declare that they were pissed to the highest level of festivity that MAGA Mike Johnson would ever attend Frumpy Dump's trial.
This made me sick to my stomach this morning, ma'am.
Oh, I can't believe I just had to listen to it again, Steve. It's repulsive. And the fact that he's like, I came up there on my own. Yeah, who paid for your airplane, Mike Johnson?
This guy has no passion for our country. He has no passion for our great real president. This guy has to go. I'm serious, Steve.
I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Musty to the Mustpie Marjorie is just fiending for Frumpy Dump's attention. I declare. Now let's get into what happened in the courtroom today, because according to reports, Don Snorleon has reared his ugly head once again, honey. According to reports, he was sleeping for 90% of the proceeding today, honey. He had his head down. He was slumped, very relaxed. He was not worried about Micheal Cohen and his testimony today. I guess it was probably best for him to do that so he doesn't violate the gag order by hearing what Micheal Cohen was saying and wanting to respond. So the prosecution began today by questioning Micheal Cohen about the repayment of that $130,000 that was made to Stormy Daniels. As we all know, Micheal Cohen took out a home equity line of credit to secure that $130,000 because he didn't want his wife to know that he was doing this for Frumpy Dump. So he got the money, he paid Stormy Daniels, and Frumpy Dump was supposed to pay him back. But they had to figure out a way to basically hide this payment as like legal fees. So the prosecution showed an invoice that Micheal Cohen submitted for legal work during those 2 months, which was fraudulent because he said he performed no legal service. He then received a check for $70,000. He testified that the check was signed by Eric Frump and also Alan Weisselberg, and the description on the check stub said for services rendered. Micheal Cohen testified that that was false. Now, those payments continued like that until December of 2017, when the payment stopped after the full $130,000 was paid. Prosecution then presented a records chart where they asked Micheal Cohen if he had been doing any work for Frumpy Dump in 2017 and 2018. He said he did minor work for Melania on a trademark issue. He said he performed less than 10 hours of work for Frumpy Dump in 2017, but he got paid $420,000. He then talked about the legal work that he did for Frump in 2018, which was exclusively about Stormy Daniels. Apparently, Frumpy Dump wanted an arbitration because she had violated the NDA. Eric Frump wanted to file a restraining order against Stormy Daniels to keep her from talking. He was working with Stormy Daniels to try to get her to go on a show to basically decree and declare that the affair between her and Frumpy Dump did not happen. Stormy Daniels backed out, and then he had to testify before the House committee. Now, that was where he went up there and said that Frumpy Dump did not instruct him to pay anything to Stormy Daniels. He did it all on his own. He said that that was a lie. They also talked about how Frumpy Dump kept reassuring Micheal Cohen that everything was going to be okay because he was the president of the United States after Micheal Cohen's house was raided by the feds. Ultimately, everything wasn't okay, and Micheal Cohen ended up serving time in the clink, and he's actually still on probation because of that entire situation. Let's scurry on over to this cross-examination, honey, because Frumpy Dump's Crackerjack Box attorney literally began his questioning of Micheal Cohen by asking him about something he said on Tickety Talk Live. Todd Blanche began his cross-examination by asking Micheal Cohen if he called him a crying little shit on the Tickety Talk. Micheal Cohen said, that sounds like something I would say. Todd Blanche then asked Micheal Cohen if he called Frumpy Dump a dictator and a douchebag. Micheal Cohen then admitted to that. Todd Blanche spent his time with Micheal Cohen talking about his presence on social media. He didn't present a graft. He didn't present an email. He didn't present anything. He showed the merch that Micheal Cohen was selling on social media about Frumpy Dump. Only thing he wanted to show is that Micheal Cohen is talking about Frumpy Dump. Like we don't know that the plan between those two went sour. I think that it fell flat with the jury. The prosecution came in with emails, text messages, voice recordings, all of those things. But Frumpy Dump's Crackerjack Box legal team spent their time this evening talking about Micheal Cohen's presence on social media as if that means a hill of beans to this case. In my opinion, it means nothing. Where is your receipts? If you say that Frumpy Dump does not handle his own financial dealings, even though we have seen that he does and hear him talking about his financial dealings, then show us the proof of that. You can't, because you know that Frumpy Dump was behind this whole thing. Now, y'all know the trial is on break tomorrow because it's Wednesday. Thursday, they will begin. Friday, we will learn if Frumpy Dump is going to attend Barron's graduation. Y'all put your thoughts in the comments. I'm sorry this is so long, honey, but I have to give you everything I got for a pork chop. Y'all remember, I like it fried hard. This is Double D Mother for the Black Accurate News.